Um, let me see. I think this one too, I might get a similar question, which is the preparation, but let me see whether maybe we might get some secrets or some tip. So let me see, based on your experience, yeah,
Mhm.
what daily practices would you recommend for traders to build mental resilience?
Yeah, you actually you definitely get the same response. Yeah, it's mental skills need. I would say go to somebody who knows what they are doing to show you. Like if I'm going to trade, I would definitely come to you to show me what to do.
Yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, we don't have too many places where we are being taught about our brains. But if you can find somebody to help you to figure out who you are, that is helpful. Some practices that would always help you build confidence or to help you do anything better. Practice good self-talk. Really, really learn how to not have repeating thoughts over something that is already gone. So when something is gone, if you lost something, just practice letting go. It happens with everything in life. It's not just that one business or the one thing you're doing. There are times that you're going to lose things. So you have to practice letting go. Like not yeah, on everything. If you practice it with one thing, it becomes easy even with other things. So sometimes there are friends in your life that keep bringing you down. You have to practice learn how to let go. When you learn how to let go with some of these things, especially things that always get on your emotions, you're also going to learn how to let go with other things, because when it's gone, there's not really nothing you can do about it. So you have to let go. If not, the stress from that would hinder a good decision on the next thing. You don't want that, so that you don't keep
Mm.
repeating the same situation. So if you let go, you're able to have a clear mind so that you can, I mean, do the next good thing. And then you also, I think the main things I'll fall back on is learn how to meditate, learn breath works. Like
Mm,
it's something we call holotropic breathing, which is actually it's the main thing that controls emotional balance. So I think for that would be very good for traders. Because what's happening is when you're doing the holotropic breathing, there are different types, and they will control probably different kinds of emotions. So what happens at that moment is that when you practice it often, what happens is that it it greatly reduces the cortisol in your body. So even if there's
okay.
pressure, your body doesn't have enough cortisol to push to your brain. So when
Okay.
you're practicing that often and then something like that happens, your mind is still calm. I mean, you're good to,
Okay.
yes, your brain, your logical brain will not be hijacked.
Wow.
And
Um,
I'll
do
point
you,
to this again. It's like in our everyday life. Sometimes you're having conversations with people. It's when you go back home that you start coming up with the better answers that you will have given in that conversation. You never,
that's very true.
yes, you never come up with the right thing at the right time, because the cortisol in your body is too much. It pushes you to give fast answers to things that are not correct. But you want to have the presence of mind all the time to be able to take the right decision. So when you do breath works, I can tell you this. You can start by taking in 10 deep breaths in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, 10 in the evening. And when I say this to people,
Wow.
they always say that sounds too easy to actually be able to do something. But this is it. Most of most of you, or most human beings, are not able to take 10 deep breaths without getting distracted. Some of
Wow.
them cannot even take the 10, they cannot even go physically. They get tired of taking in 10 deep breaths. Like, imagine how simple this sounds. But then try. So immediately after this session, you try it. Try to take 10 deep breaths without forgetting. I mean, some people will literally forget in the middle of 5 that they were taking in breath, and their mind will be
Wow.
distracted. They'll go to something else. Some people will get to the 5 and their body will hurt. Their, like, the chest will
Okay.
really, it will physically hurt. that they will not be able to continue.
Wow.
Meanwhile, it's just air. It's air that you need. So that's why. And for most of us, we are always in a hurry with everything that we are doing. So normally we are not even breathing the way we are supposed to breathe. So we are taking this half breath within the day. So
Okay.
yeah, with all of that, more cortisol. So if you learn how
Yeah.
to breathe, just do this 10 breaths in the morning, 10 afternoon, 10 evening. And then in few months, you will call me to tell me like something happened and you had no reaction, you had no emotional reaction to it.
Wow. So, guys, hope you heard it. 10 deep breath in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Yo, please write it down for me. I'll start doing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think there's something that we need to. And please, do you mind demonstrating to us what's the that breathing that you mentioned? Hello, is it holotropic?
Holotropic.
Yeah, holotropic.
Oh, there are different. That's why I said there are different types. I literally cannot demonstrate all of them to you now. But the simple one that I'm talking about is just simple, just and you breathe out, but hold it. Like so when you start doing this, the first time you take in the deep breath, sometimes you feel like you are going to actually pass out, but you will not. So just
Wow.
hold it a little longer than when it's telling you to let go. So if you do, maybe we should all do it together. Now I wish
Okay,
I was
sure.
seeing you guys so that I know.
Yo,
All
you
right.
guys can unmute you can turn on your camera. Elvis, L, Joshua, turn on your camera.
Oh, sadly, there's light out here.
Oh, okay. No
Hey.
problem. No problem. No problem.
All
Let's
right.
let's go. Let's
All right.
so first of all, you want to sit up straight. Oh, then I'll
Okay.
give you a test that you do for yourself. You see this part, your jaw right here, where your
Mm-hmm.
molars meet your teeth. Again, 90% of human beings are sitting like this with their jaws like clenched. It's pressing on each other all the time and they don't notice, which is like you're gnashing your teeth like you're in hell.
That's
So,
true.
and most of us don't notice it. So I want you to do that check for yourself almost every time. Like if you're in the office, every time you're sitting by yourself, just quickly check if your teeth are pressing against each other. And if they are, then you know that something is stressing you, and then you can quickly take in some deep breath.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the first one. Then, whenever you want to do your breathing, you could sit like in a yoga pose or just sit and kind of relax, try to relax as much as you can and sit
Okay.
upright. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Breathe in,
God.
in, and hold, and out.
I think I was fast.
Yes. So it's, yeah, it will happen like that. So when I'm saying in and in, so you'll take in more air during that time. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go again. Breathe in and out. So when you have to like make sure you really pull in the air and then hold
Yeah.
it. Hold it for at least 5 to 10 seconds if you can. But
Wow.
when you start feeling like you need to let go, hold it just a little more before you let
Okay.
go. Yes. And then sometimes you might feel pain around your rib cage. That's when you need to pull even more. Because if that is
Mm,
happening, then there's maybe some oxygen deprivation around there. So you have to, it will help with your lungs. It will help you with your voice. You know, if you're the way you talk, if you're a presenter, this breathing helps with your voice. It helps with your lungs generally. If you're going to sing, it helps you as well. So just, I'm not exaggerating. I just need you to trust this and do it for like a month. If you do it every day for 1 month, even you see massive change.
wow.
Seriously. you see massive change. There are things that I tell people and they don't believe that it's true. Like I've not felt offended for years. And not because people have not done crazy things to me. They've done things, but it doesn't get to me. Like it doesn't get here. It doesn't go anywhere. You know,
True, true.
yes, I used to feel very embarrassed when I was like younger, when I was in school. Something will happen and it will stay in my brain like the whole time. I'm moving around thinking people are looking at me, and maybe they are, but then
Okay.
I'm troubling myself the whole time and I can't focus on what I really need to do. But right now, again, I don't remember what embarrassing feeling actually feels like. It's been a long time. And it doesn't matter what happened. If I fall in front of people or you discover that my zip is down, it doesn't matter. Think about the most embarrassing thing. I don't feel it, you
Wow.
know. And it's not that I've lost all my feelings. I do feel things, just things
True.
that are important. I'm able to decide that I want to feel this and I don't want to feel this. If I'm in a
Exactly.
relationship and the person breaks up with me, you're lost. I'll feel bad, but just for a moment, I'm fast. Let me put it that way. Is That's where you come to that fast state of taking good decisions. I'm fast
Okay.
to understand that okay, this thing I'm feeling is not the right feeling, and then I know how to let it go.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I think that was even about to lead to my next question, but you've already answered it. The question was going to be around um, the fact that you see traders sometimes there's something called loss aversion. Like they don't really want to take the losses. They can be in a trade. The trade is going against them, but then they think it can reverse, so they will still keep on holding to that loss, thinking that yeah, in some few moments, like the trade will come back into profit. You get it? So Friday, for instance, we took a trade. Although the trade later went in our direction, but it went to hit my SL. I had to take the loss. You get it?
Yeah.
At a point, like immediately I took the loss. Yes, like I was hit for a bit because immediately it hits my stop loss. I mean, is it mostly in trading? You can set a target and you can set how much you also want to lose in a trade. You get it? Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
after taking me out with a -$10, within some few seconds it was back into profits and it had moved like way above where I took it, my entry, and it went to hit
Mm-hmm.
our profit target. You get it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
if let me say that time maybe I didn't have an SL, yes, it could have come into loss, then later on gone to hit my TP. But then that's what uh, I mostly ask traders. Okay, that there can be a chance that yes, I didn't set SL. It went into a loss. It has later come into profit. It has gone to hit our targets. We've taken our profit. We have enjoyed. But what if the next time so I don't put SL there? But that time it does not reverses back into profit. But what? It keeps on falling. Will I still keep on holding to that loss? You get it? And
Yeah.
that's what you've just said. Like, you need to practice, like, you need to let some stuff go. You get it? Because one thing about trading is without any money, you are not a trader. So it's more of account preservation than even you trying to gain more profit. Because if you are to lose all of your money now, there's no way you get another chance to come in trade and make additional money off this one, your deposit, or let me say how much capital you had. You get it. So sometimes when the losses are coming, take it, just let it go. There will be another chance for you to make back the profit or make back that loss plus more profits if you get it. And mind you, you know that the whole week we've been winning like all of our trades back to back. The only trade we lost was Friday. So imagine I made my emotions this one take the best part of me. I would have ended up losing all of the profit that we earned in this one, what's the name, in the whole week. Because let me say from Monday to Thursday, we've been making averagely $25, so let me say $30. So $30 times four, that's $120 minus the $10 that's that $10 loss we took Friday. So that's 110, right? Yeah, so you see, in the whole week, because we practice good risk management, I've been able to make $110 off that deposit. But imagine I decided to, let me say, make my emotions like take the best part of me, that whole profit would have been what? Like it would have gone, it would have been wiped. You get it? Thinking that yes, I need to revenge or this trade or I need to hold on to that loss. Yeah. So that's rightly said. You get it? So guys,
Yeah.
as a
Let me
trader,
add.
yeah,
Let me add that um this ability to let go of things really has to do with who you are. You know,
okay.
the confidence you have in yourself. And you should
Mm,
understand that you are the skill. You are trading something, but you are the skill. If you
okay.
lose some, you still have yourself. You can make it again. The
That's
same
true.
way you have
Okay.
made it before, you've had some before, you can make it again. So
Again.
things get if you lose them, yeah, you can make it again. And when just before I came to Ghana, I said this in the beginning, I got seriously sick and then I lost everything, not just financially. I lost my health. I lost part of my intestines. I lost everything. And then
Mhm.
I get to Ghana and I know nobody. I know nobody in
Nothing.
Ghana and I have nothing. I don't even have the strength. You understand? Like I don't even have the strength to live through it. But I'm just pretty confident that I'm gonna make it. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to make it.
True.
And
True.
then it's yeah, sometimes people are asking me, or they think that I'm probably not I probably had help from somewhere. I was like, no, I came to Ghana with nothing, knowing nobody, and I'm building a life here by myself.
True.
Again, with not enough energy even. So you really can you have to believe in yourself. You are the business. You are the skill. What about resources you have? You can make it 10 times
But
over. Yes. So if you lose
exactly.
some, don't cry over spilled milk. Let it go and then you build with what you have.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you very much for this. We really needed this. You get it? Because aside this very loss that if I don't know whether they entered a trade with me, but then there's a loss that I took, but they've also had a major loss. I think we had most of them hopping on one swing trade. This tip was actually offered by one of the traders in our community. You get it? And they've hit a loss on that, but then yeah, we had mavis from our community telling them that this what happens. You see, it's about the losses, it's about the wins. So as you have said, don't cry over spilled milk. Just let it go. You are the what? You are the skill. You will later make it back in 10 foot. You get it.
Yeah.
So far as you are practicing good risk management, you get it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Lizette, for that contribution. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So that's actually that was going to be my next question, but you've already tackled that. So so this very one is similar to one of the questions that I asked earlier. So let me see now. Let me skip that one and ask like aside the breathing, yeah, is
Mhm.
there any general, should I say, a general technique or advice that one can use to gain like mental clarity?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, there's something we call neuroplasticity. You have to understand it. Well, it's difficult to. So there are actually many mental skills that will help with clarity. Neuroplasticity is a skill like it explains that our brains are they are malleable, they are elastic. So
Okay.
your brain can stretch and your brain can
Oh,
change. So for
okay.
most people, you may be hardwired to a kind of behavior or a particular pattern, sorry. There might be things that you've been doing for a long time and they've become your norm. For like I was saying, if you keep having stressors in your life often, it might become your norm, which is not supposed to be. That's why sometimes you can say that this reaction is a natural reaction, but it's not really natural because not everybody is reacting in the same way. Some people have accumulated a wrong reaction for a long time that it has become who they are. But
Mm.
neuroplasticity tells us that the brain is able to be rewired. So it's a technique
Mm.
that there's something called synaptic pruning. So when connections are being formed in your brain, every time you have a thought, every time you have a reaction, it's a connection. It uses a particular pathway. And the
Okay.
more you think about that thing, the more that pathway get taken. That's the wiring of your brain. So if you're thinking about a particular girl for a long time, you think about her so much, and maybe you see her so much, very soon, maybe the way she smells, it stays in your mind. You pass somewhere and you just get that smell and you remember her. Or you see something like she will be on your mind like all the time because that part has become hardwired. And what happens again in the long run is that when it goes on for too long, you become addicted to it. So addicted to a person, you can be addicted to trading, you can be addicted to crying over things that you've lost. So what you want to do is to learn how to rewire those connections. So again, it's a practice, and you need to know where the connection is in the brain. I know it sounds too technical, but it's quite easy if you know what you're working with. So you know how to sit down. It's going to be in the form of meditation because everything that works in your brain works with your thoughts. I don't know if you've ever heard somebody say you can massage the brain. Now, just the way you use your hand to massage your body, that's how your brain works on your thoughts. Or your thoughts work on your brain, sorry. It can literally change things in your brain with the way you're thinking. So, this neuroplasticity will mean that you sit down, you look into a thought that you don't want to be in your mind, and then you take it out
Wow.
with
How does
thoughts.
one do that?
Yeah, you
I'm
take it
just
out.
one.
So Um, okay, if whenever I'm working with somebody who is dealing with let me say drug addiction, for instance.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. For most people, it will just be this person has a drug problem. But with me, I will know that you had something that led you to drugs.
Okay.
We have to find that thing. What made you to smoke? What made you to start doing cocaine? What made you to do that? And then we trace your steps, and then there's always something also that makes the hunger for whatever you're taking grow. So because it's an addiction, we need to create a different pathway in the same pathway that addiction works for. I don't know if you're understanding me. So it's like,
I'm getting.
let me show you something. So,
Okay.
oh God, it's falling apart. Now we cannot really see it well, but so let's say all of these things you're seeing on the brain could be pathways, it could be roads for something.
Okay.
Now there could be a particular one that goes like this. You know, as a neuroscientist, I know where the line is moving when it's something that has to do with your face. So
Oh.
see where the face is.
Okay.
Somebody and their face is here, there's an interpretation here, and then there's analysis. Somebody who is feeling uncomfortable with how they look, that line is going to pass like this.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now, when you understand how your brain is, we are going to direct you you have to understand the physical brain as well. We're going to direct you to pass a different thought through that same line.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so you create the thought that is normally supposed to be there. So what is the right thought? And then you pass it through the same line. You use meditative guidance, and you pass it on several times. So now when you do that several times, that pathway also becomes thick, And then synaptic pruning just means the other one, the underlying one that was there will just fall off. So
Wow.
you start thinking about yourself like, I'm beautiful. That's why people talk about self talk.
True, true.
Now, when you're doing the self talk, that's one good thing. But if you don't understand where in your brain you have to direct the thoughts, it takes you more time. But if you know where you're directing the thoughts, you say to yourself all the time, no, I'm beautiful, it's not a worry, and you give that direction, it works faster. So
Mm,
it builds a thick memory. I can call it memory. It
okay.
builds a thick memory that your brain forgets that you used to think that you're not beautiful.
Okay. So it's
Yes.
basically like, let me see, washing dishes, right?
Yeah.
Like after eating in a plate, it's yeah, definitely going to get a plate, this one, let me say, dirty. You get it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to washing of dishes, it's that same place that you need to wash to get it clean. So in a
Yeah.
way, that part that you made dirty, that's the same part you need to rinse with the good thoughts in order to make the this one, the whole thing function properly, right?
Yes, perfectly. And I like the example you have used. There's no way you go to clean, say you ate something that had palm oil and you
Mm-hmm.
want to clean the brain and you're going to take the palm oil to rub it on the plate again. So it's like somebody with my therapy, I know people do therapy situations where they want you to relieve the situation. I don't do that because I mean the
Okay.
situation is already what took you to that place. So why should I
True.
take the palm oil to rub on the plate again? It's not gonna get clean. So we
That's
just
true.
understand where the thought is, where the problem is, and we create a completely different process and show you what to do
Mm,
to replace it.
okay, okay. Yeah, that's very insightful. Yeah. So let me say with the meditation guidance,
Mhm.
huh, me, for instance, I don't know. You
Yeah,
see,
go on. Yeah.
I've not really been like I've not really taken time to meditate. And even if
Mhm.
I tried to, there was a time I tried meditation, but I think I
Mhm.
couldn't get it right. You get it? And me, I've accepted the fact that because I couldn't do it right, it didn't work for me. But here is the point. I see like I've been on podcasts where people say that it doesn't work. They've tried for this so many, like they've tried for this amount of years. It's never worked for them. You get it? So I
Mhm.
think me, from my experience, I realized that okay, I didn't do it right, so it didn't work for me. You get it? So then there must be some trick, or let me say there must be there's a blueprint in
Mhm.
actually achieving the results that you want to achieve through meditation. You get it? And you being
Mhm.
an expert, like, do you mind sharing with us the very blueprint, or let me say the very step-by-step way one can follow to achieve that sort of this one results they want to get from
Mhm.
is it meditation?
Meditation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the people working with you or your people in this group, when they
Yeah.
try trading the first month, if they told you that it didn't work and they have to stop, what will you say?
Give up.
You tell them to give up.
Well, like we've been able to this one because
Mhm.
of like this the main reason why we're having like the main like this psychology thing. One thing is
Mhm.
most traders don't pay attention to psychology, so they don't really get to understand what the trading is about. So mostly me personally, I don't really try to encourage people towards get into trading
Mhm.
because my close people that I know and I really know their behavior, sometimes they tell me that they want to learn. I just tell them, that, nah, I cannot teach you this because yes, I can teach you the skill, but the main work is on you, as in
Your brain,
you
yeah.
exactly. And if you cannot do that for yourself, there's no way I can make you profitable through trading. You get it? So me,
Mhm.
I don't really force people. Like I don't try to get them to do something like the trading thing. You get it? So if
Mhm.
you try for a couple of months, a couple of days, and it's not working for you, we want the best for you. So I'll just encourage you to give up
To
and
give up, yeah.
yeah.
So, what situations will you think that it will not work for somebody? What are some of the things, or what are some of the reasons why it will not work for somebody?
For the trading, yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
the person is consistently making, the mistakes that's like he keeps on making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, you have a proven strategy. You know the statistics of your strategy, and
Mm-hmm.
each and every day there's a particular pattern that you're expecting before you execute your trade. But you, the trader, you don't get to notice all of this. Then each and every time you are doing different things, like you are playing randomly on the market, you wouldn't really get the time to what, like you wouldn't get insights into your strategy to make like informed decisions. You get it? So you end up making random losses, and the random losses will sum up to be like it will sum up to become a big loss. You get it? And that's the
Mm-hmm.
time the person will feel like, nah, trading is not work, it's not working for me. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And that's at that time, me, like my work of, let me see, my work could be to guide you with a like the best strategy that you can develop as as a trader, and
Mm-hmm.
you trading consistently in order to what, realize that same statistics that what my strategy have. You get it? But then
Yeah.
if you continue taking losses because you are not adhering to those rules, that's something that I cannot do. So me, that would be the point that, yeah, I would say that I cannot encourage this person to continue trading.
So you have answered the question for me in many words. So yeah, you said if you cannot play by the rules, some of us we just go online and then we see a guided meditation tape and then we want to work on it. We don't know what meditation is. It's a skill you need to learn.
Yeah.
Yes, it has some rules. It has some things you need to work on. Also, if it's something you've never done, it's not going to be easy from the onset. Like you have to practice consistency. You have to work on it. And would I say that everybody needs meditation to succeed? No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I won't say everybody needs meditation to succeed. Um, some people already know how to control their brains very well, that they don't need to practice meditation because the end goal of meditation is for you to keep your mind calm, to keep your mind in such a space that you understand your power and you're able to function through it. Now, there are people who are already in that state. Maybe some of them it came naturally to them. Some people or they figure it out through life. They've done some things or they've been doing that work for a long time that they've figured it out and they have the presence of mind whenever they are doing whatever they're doing. And some people, it takes them 10, 20 years for them to get
Wow.
to that state of mind, you know. But what meditation, if you're doing meditation, what it helps you with is if you know that you don't have that clarity, you don't have a calm mind, you're not able to overcome some of those emotional challenges. You know that you're not being who you are, you're not reaching out, you're not exploiting your potential. Meditation can help you, and it will help you if you know how, if you're doing it right, it will help you way faster. Maybe instead of
Okay.
going through things for 10 years, like life will teach you mental toughness. You understand? You become mentally tough when life has hit you. But
Okay.
again, I can teach somebody mental toughness in 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you get it, it's better. So it depends. So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say that everybody needs meditation to succeed, but
Yeah. So
it's a very, very helpful mental skill.
okay. So let me see, as someone who would like to, let me see, explore there's some meditation. Do we have like, let me say, a step? They're very, I know one golden rule when it comes to meditation, the fact that you need to be in a quiet place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after finding yourself in that quiet place, do you mind
Mm-hmm.
sharing with us, like, let me say, the other necessary steps that one needs to consider in order to this one have a very good meditation?
Mm-hmm. You need to be in a quiet place. That's for a beginner. I can meditate in the market. I can meditate in the
Hey.
night. Yeah, it's for a beginner.
Wow.
I can when I'm in the midst of people who are saying things that I don't want to hear. I remove myself. I'm standing there, but I'm not listening to you. I'm not even hearing what you're saying.
Wow.
So it's for a beginner, you need the quiet You need a quiet place. The next thing is the way they let me say the way Indians do it,
Mm-hmm.
and we are all calling it yoga because it's a brand name. Like yoga is a brand name, but it's not something spiritual or something. Maybe they add something spiritual to what they do, but yoga is a brand name. But what it actually means is when you want to meditate, you have to be able to sit in a controllable posture.
Okay.
Yes, it's a posture that controls your body. Normally, if you are just sitting to have conversation, we don't notice this, but your body goes like this and it puts a strain on your spinal cord, which is
That's
not,
true.
it's normally not good. So there's
Okay.
a way you sit when you want to do that meditation. Like for the yoga, they would cross your legs. Because when you do that, normally it elevates your back and it puts your back somewhere. And then you will feel some pain, which helps you to focus on it. So it
Oh,
helps you to put your attention on what you're doing. So the
okay.
pain is important, you know. Then the next thing is breathing. Yeah, breathing comes into it also. That's where whenever you're learning meditation, they'll always teach you how to do breath works. Because when you
Okay.
breathing will help you to put your mind or your attention on your breath. And then once that is done, then you also need to learn how to do it's called targeted exercise, you know, because sometimes the energy in our body or in our brains is affecting the one in our body. So you have to know some targeted exercises that makes blood flow in your body easy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you just sit there and let your brain empty out itself, and then you put in the thoughts that you want to put in. So it's about if you are able to sit there and think about yourself like I'm the best trader without thinking about something else and just tell yourself you're the best at what you do, and you can do that for 5 or 10 minutes. Seriously, you don't need to do it for too long. You just do it without being distracted.
Okay.
So yes, most of us all know that our brains are capable of thinking about over um 20 different thoughts at the same time.
Wow.
Some of them you are conscious of them, some of them you are not. So what you want to do is that for your conscious mind, you want to be able to sit and focus it on something that you really want for yourself. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, saying as I've seen that you really joined late. If you joined late, she has already talked about breathing practices, and she has given us a very simple. It's not simple as she said, but then it sounds simple. So each and every day, yeah, try to take at least 10 breath, deep breath, right? 10
Yeah,
deep
deep
breath,
breath.
yeah, 10 times morning. So 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the afternoon, and 10 times in the evening.